And welcome to our Cox3.com post-game show. Kevin Turner along with the coach, Bill Cunity. Big night for Mission Viejo. A big win, 49-20. They started off the season 0-2, coach. But tonight is the night for redemption for the Mission Viejo Diablos.
Well, they look like the Diablos. I didn't get to see much of the other two games, but this looked very familiar to me. A quarterback who threw for a lot of yards, a running game that was dominant, a defense that forced turnovers. I'll tell you, on the other hand, I think Habra is going to be a very, very good football team. Eric Barrier, the quarterback, talented young man. They've got a good defense. They just ran into a team on a mission tonight.
Yeah, Brock Johnson, a coming out party here tonight. Armed Forces night here at Mission Viejo High School. 3 touchdown passes, no mistakes.
He looked very relaxed, which was great to see. And again, he's a junior, Barrier's a junior. We've got a lot of talent in this county at quarterback.
And Connor Hill was fantastic, catching the ball, and the return yards tonight on the punt returns was spectacular.
Well, when you can score on special teams and do it the way they did, a punt return, a kickoff return, those are bonuses because your offense and defense are your staples, but special teams is where you can gain a big edge, and they did tonight.
And when it counted, the defense was stingy tonight.
I was just talking to Rob Marquez about the number of coverages they played. They showed Barrier about 5 or 6 different coverages, and to Barrier's credit, he still did a great job of completing passes, but it's making a team like that drive 8 or 9 or 10 plays to score, not giving up the big play that's really important.
Well, a big step forward tonight for the Mission Viejo Diablos. There were a ton of highlights, and things got started early in this ball game, and you really have to credit Mission Viejo's defense. They held serve, they stopped Habra on their opening drive after a big return and a big third down pass completion down to the 15-yard line, and the Diablos were able to block the field goal, and then they come back, they go 11 plays, 80 yards, and on a very critical 4th down conversion, they get the ball into the end zone. Let's go ahead and take a look at the highlights right now as the game got started, and there was a good cadence for Mission Viejo. And here's Loya going in from 1 yard out. That was 4th and goal, and that got the game started. And then Habra answers right back. Barrier, 5 yards, he gets in. That's the equalizer right there on the bootleg. That makes it 7-7. And then here comes Connor Hill, a 52-yard punt return. This comes at 7:12 left in the second quarter. The Diablos then make it 14-7 after the extra point. There he is right there, number 13, Connor Hill, dancing into the end zone. Then Mission Viejo answers back after a 3-and-out. The Diablos get the ball back, and look at this pass on the backside. Johnson does a great job looking left, throwing right to a 6'4" wide receiver, Cole Young. That was a 5-play, 32-yard drive. And then Barrier answers back, a 45-yard touchdown. He finds Josh Levy wide open. He beats Booker Kern. So what does Booker Kern do? Does he drop his head? No. This is redemption right here, ladies and gentlemen. He takes the ensuing kickoff, and he goes 93 yards the other way. That man right there, Booker Kern, dancing into the end zone for the touchdown. How about that for Texas? Don't mess with Texas. There he is, Booker Kern, the senior. He's excited, been embraced by the Diablo family. Then the Diablos answer right back. They go 3 plays, 62 yards. Isaiah Miller into the end zone. That makes it 35-14. That started the second half. Now here's Booker Kern again. Simple little perimeter screen. What does he do? He takes this one 54 yards down the sideline. Big play after big play by Connor Hill and Booker Kern all night long. That made the score 42-14. Diablo's not done. Connor Hill coming back again, 54 yards. Brock Johnson, that was his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. He goes 8 of 13, 258 yards. But Carlos Martin finishes the scoring tonight. Habra making it respectable. He goes 37 yards with 3:58 left in the ball game. There's your final score, 49-20, Coach. Take a look at some of the stats.
Well, when you look at the total yards, I think the Highlanders in their offense, 229 total yards. Mission Viejo threw for more than that. Brock Johnson with 258 and 3 touchdowns. But if you look at return yardage overall, Mission Viejo won the football game with those return yards. 2 touchdowns off of returns, 1 a punt, 1 a kickoff. But I think all in all tonight, that number for Mission Viejo represents what they can be. And I think for Habra, I still think, and I mentioned this before, I think they're going to be a very, very good team. I think they'll win their league, and they always do well in the CIF playoffs.
Let's go to the 3rd member of our broadcast team. He's with the player of the game, Connor Hill. Gordon Spencer.
All right, thank you, KT, with Connor Hill and Coach Johnson. Connor, what a night you had, 242 all-purpose yards and a couple of touchdowns. Must feel good to get that win tonight.
Yeah, I think as a team we really needed it, and it was exciting to get it, especially on a night like this with the military game.
Yeah, talk about the night beyond the game. It was pretty special. You guys been here all afternoon, lots of red, white, and blue, a lot of great veterans around, very special for the team.
Yeah, it was just amazing getting to kind of give back to these veterans who sometimes go unnoticed for getting injured and just serving our country. So it's really nice just giving back to them.
Yeah, and now what do you think about the team going forward? You guys get the first win of the season, and looks pretty good from here.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun season. I think we finally came together as a team, which is what we really needed, and it happened, it sparked, and it's going uphill from here.
And congratulations on the night. Great night for you and a great night for Diablos football.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Coach Johnson, get your first win. Feels pretty good after tonight.
Yeah, we like to win. It's a good thing. Winning's good. Winning be fun. I like winning.
You can quote him.
Yes, winning be fun.
2 touchdowns, first 2 games. You come up with 49 points tonight. Got to be happy with the way the offense is finally clicking here tonight.
Yeah, and we did it with special teams as well. The guy over there, I think, ran 1 back, maybe 2. He's going to kick me if I'm wrong. But we had a lot of guys make big plays, and it was a fun night and topped by far with the armed forces.
Yeah, talk about this. Second year in a row you've done this,
Yes.
and I know you can't say enough about it. There's a lot of folks involved in this, and just seeing what happens at the end of the game with all the kids wearing the jerseys and presenting them to the veterans.
It's absolutely terrific. It's humbling, you know, and he spelled it out real well. He's real used to it because his parents were just the reason we have it is because of the hills. And then we had 2 really big people come through this year and work their tail off, and I've already mentioned them, Catherine and both of them just did a great job for us. So that's tremendous.
Yeah, great afternoon, great football game. The veterans, it was great to just be able to talk to them. Some of the stories that some of these veterans, especially from World War II, have to talk about. You could speak with them for hours. Congratulations again on the victory. Connor Hill, great night for you. Let's send it back to KT.
Thank you.
Great night for football here at Mission Viejo High School, and Bob Johnson and the Diablos keep the streak alive, Bill Kennedy. 11 consecutive years they've gone undefeated here on the Cox3 Sports Game of the Week.
Well, it was a big victory for a football program that had kind of an auspicious beginning. They played 2 good football teams in Liberty and Oceanside, but I think tonight all the parts came together, and I think they began to believe in how good they can be. I think for Habra, I think Frank knows he's got a good football team. He's got a special quarterback. He's got some tough guys on defense. So these early season games do one thing. They set the stage for league play and getting into the CIF playoffs. Well,
that's going to do it for the Cox3.com postgame show. Once again, the final score, 49-20, Mission Viejo over the Highlanders.